Hello there, folks. Hey, this is Joe Wazoo here. Hey, in this quick video today, we're going to use the emulator for Anybus products to emulate a Ethernet IP scanner or master to pull a number of Ethernet IP devices and then combine all that data into a ModbusTCP slave or server device. So here's the website I'm using right here to run this little Anybus emulator. So if you go to that website, it'll open up this page here, and you can pick a different bunch of variations here. But in this case, I'm trying to attempt to set up a Ethernet IP scanner to talk to a bunch of Ethernet IP slave devices. And like I said, combine that into one Modbus TCP server or slave device. So if I go to this other tab, I already got picked here, the device I'm using. And you can see here, this is the scanner I got. I'm going to go over here to the left, expand the Ethernet IP scanner section here. And communications, I'm going to leave this alone here. You can set up whatever you want here, but I'm going to go to adapters. Actually, you know what I'll do here? Let me check this off. Let's say that this guy is going to be 192.168.1. We'll just make it be 1, for instance. And you can fill in the rest. I'll leave it there and go from there. I can give a label here, and then if I go over here to adapters over here, this is where you're going to add your Ethernet IP slave devices or nodes. So if I hit the add button or hit the pull down here, I can do a generic adapter, which means I got to know the byte sizes in and out, or I can import EDS files from devices and use that. And that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to click on this add adapter from EDS file. I'm going to go here and select my EDS files. And I've got a bunch here. I'm just using Turk EDS files for this example. So let's say I'm going to put this particular unit on. I'll click it, click open, and then click import, and I'll check this continue button here. I'll leave all this alone, continue. And here I've got it here now. So here's this guy. So let's put this guy, let's say he's going to be 192.168.1.10, for instance. So that's going to be his IP address. But this here, I want to edit this name, so I'm going to go actually right here. And I always do this, team. I put like a dash, the last octet, indicating the IP address. So I'll save that there. Let me go add another device here. So we'll go down here. Now, if I have multiples, this is nice because it already has it. But let me go add a different one just for giggles so we can see what a different station might look like. And let's look here. We have the old, let's do this here. I used to love the old DXP stuff, so we'll do that. Okay. And we'll go ahead and import this guy, continue. And once again, we're going to make this guy be address 11, 192.168.1.11. And again, just to help me out later in life, I'll change the last of that. So it's address 11. Notice here, you can see there's an 11 there and a 10 there. Let me go ahead and add one more device here. And we'll go ahead and pick one more. What else we got for choices here? How about this analog input one? Let's pick this guy. So notice it's got the 4 AI. So we'll pick that guy. We'll hit import. We'll hit the continue button again. And then here it is. And this one will be address 12, 192.168.1.12. And again, up here, I'm going to add -12 so that when I look at the list, I can kind of see what addresses are. So there they are. These guys are here, configured. That's it. Now I'm using the EDS file. So it has the pre-configured size, which is exactly what I want. And in this case, I think I'm pretty much done here. If I go over here to ModbusTCP, this is going to be the settings on the ModbusTCP side. I could go here and say, you know, this guy should be, we'll make something different. 192.168, we'll say 20.1 for, I'm going to put it on a different network. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to adapters. That's the same. IO configuration over here. Now I'm going to leave this button here, automatically adjust the sizes. You can see it puts it here and here. So in this case, if I slide down here, you can see this is pretty cool. From ModbusTCP to the Ethernet adapters or the other way. And it's actually showing you the mapping for this either way. And what you're seeing here, this is going to be the Modbus holding registers for the input data here. Actually, this will be the output data. Output for ModbusTCP to the devices. And this one over here is going to be the opposite direction from the devices to TCP. I love the arrows here. And you can see the arrows. Well, these arrows should be, yeah, that's correct. They're going the opposite direction. So I love this. This is the ModbusTCP master. going to this thing, sending out to the devices, and this is coming from the nodes to the Anybus configurator and then up to the PLC. And that's all you got to do here in this guy. And the most important thing is this is the Modbus holding registers where you're going to see that data. So that's pretty sweet. Anyway, just a quick little demo on this. And like I said, with the EDS files, makes it much easier to add devices here. So don't be afraid to get the EDS files to make that happen. Anyway, I'm using the emulator. I don't actually have the real product, but this is exactly the same configuration that is seen when you connect to the top pin on here and you go online and configure it for a web server. So that's it. You can also save it here and retrieve it later another time. Anyway, thanks a lot, folks. See you later.